Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to Collectable Past. Right now we're waiting on other people to show up, but we are going to get going and we're going to start talking about the toys that we love and the franchises that we can't get enough of.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I know I see Darius had stopped in early. Darius, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, welcome. It is good to see you. Guys, when you pop in, make sure to share the link out there and let people know that we are running. Anyway, so one of the things that I'd actually picked up today is I seen something pretty interesting, something that I didn't think that they were actually going to put out. But I did wind up seeing this at my local store. What's up, Vinnie?
Hey, Tommy. How's it hanging?
It's going pretty good. Picked up this guy today.
Oh, you did find them. Nice.
Yeah, with the light up chest. Well, they had a couple versions. They had this one and they had the one with the grandmom outfit.
Okay.
And they also had one where he had like a towel that wrapped around him. So I seen this one. I like this one. He's got the little speak and spell. It looked like all of them came with the speak and spell in there too. Which I
cool.
like that. But yeah, this is the only one that has the light up chest.
That's awesome. Yeah, the one I've seen was I had it on as a short. He had on the robe. The open robe.
Yeah. That's the other one I seen. I did see the open robe one, but I seen that one. I snagged it, and well, the funny thing is my brother's initials. The way that I had my parents name him, his initials wound up being ET. So no middle name. First name, last name, ET.
That's great, man. What up, Scrambles?
What's up, Scrambles? I hope you're doing well, man. Make sure to share the link out there. I know I did post it earlier, but I didn't post it as early as I wanted to, and that is my fault again. That's twice in a row. I didn't give much notice before I ran the show. I mean, we should be getting back into the swing of things and having this show every Thursday again. I don't know if we're going to run it at 7:45 or if we're going to push it to 8 or if we're going to run it at 7:30. We're going to have to talk about that and figure out what we want to do. But we're going to still have fun and we're going to talk about some really cool toys that we like. One things I will mention right now, for anybody listening, anybody watching this on the replay, one of the companies that I'm having a hard time wanting to support anymore is Hasbro. They've been doing it right for a number of years now with all the iterations that they've been making of the new Transformers, the War of Cybertron, the Legacy line, and everything else. They've been doing it right. They've been knocking out of the park. They've been giving the fans what they want with stuff that is G1 inspired. Retro looking, but with a brand new twist, with a proper articulation, and the figures are looking fantastic. And then they come across with this shit with this new cartoon that they're doing, where they're taking a character, Nightbird, who number one wasn't a Transformer to begin with. She was nothing but a cybernetic robot who was a ninja created by a Japanese company or something, if I remember correctly, from Sunbow. I believe it was a Japanese company. So now she's a Transformer, number one. Which, okay, you can kind of tie that in with what they did with some of the figures at the end of the War for Cybertron line. They did make a Nightbird figure. That was an exclusive figure. It was nothing but a repaint of RC, and they released it as Nightbird. Okay, you could say that, but now they're giving they, them pronouns and doing the non-binary crap with that. Like, really?
That.
if that's the direction you want to go in, you will lose me as a customer. And let me tell you, Vinny will be able to tell you, my wife will be able to tell you, I spend entirely way too much money on Hasbro toys. See, way too much money on Transformer toys. So, you know what? If you want to lose somebody who's a longtime customer because you want to start going with these stupid gender pronoun shit, go right ahead. I will just save money. What's going on? Decepticons, Caves of Villains, man. It's good to see you. What's up?
What's up, buddy? Yeah, dude. And I already told you too. I'm the same. I'm gonna stop, getting any of these Transformer figures. I'm finishing off Motormaster. That's it. And then I think I'm done with this because it is bullshit. I hate when these companies do this stuff. I've walked away from a number of different things as well, and Tommy and we stick to our guns, there's like one exception that I have, and I already mentioned that a bunch of times, and that's regarding a movie. That's about it. Everything else, I do not care. They really did poison everything for everyone. So yeah, third party all the way, baby. That's right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you, Decepticon. It is too much money for a lot of this stuff. And he said he's so agitated with it, he took the Tonkinator one back.
Wow.
He said, "Yup, I'm out on Transformers." And Scrambles, thank you for sharing that link out there. Like I said, I know I kind of did this last minute. It was just I wasn't sure when I was going to be able to run the stream. Yeah, third party all the way. Hey, happy dinosaur. Happy day to you too, buddy. I hope that you were doing dynamite. Soul Assassin is also in the house. I knew I heard the guinea pig war horn. Some idiot went woke and faced the wrath of the pigs. You're damn right. Yep. They will not get one dime from me. I did see a couple other Predator figures out there. Yeah, I picked one of them up. It's the Lab Predator.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen these ones. The boxing for it is entirely different. It's like a white box with like blue highlights and everything. And this one was supposed to be a Predator that was on a lab table.
Oh, no shit. No, I haven't been to the stores like in a couple of weeks now.
I seen him, and then they had another one who was called an Ambassador Predator. Okay. And he's in fatigues.
Oh, all right. I'd seen on the 100th figure, he comes with that poster. So I do recognize some of them, but the lab one I'm not aware of. I haven't seen that.
Oh, well, I'm going to do a review on that tomorrow and get that up on the channel as soon as I can. What's going on? I'm not created 22. Iron Man, target, lock, direct, hit on the like button with the arc reactor. Nice.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. Shit. For me, like I said, there's it's been mostly third-party stuff, but I told you those pre-orders were coming in. So, I was shooting a figure today. I shot half of it, had problems with my computer and my phone, and then I ended up going back and finishing off the video. I just have to do the voiceover, but the one that I got here is pretty damn sweet. If you're cool with me showing it now.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Real quick, I hit a couple of these comments. Scrambles Death Sailor says, I need some Godzilla toys, man. Getting a Godzilla versus Ghidorah tattoo sleeve. Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, that's going to be great.
Yeah, the Predator figures from 2018. I don't know. It looks like they're re-releasing because Vinny and I have talked about this a few times. And Vinny has explained that NECA does like to take those older figures, maybe up the molds a little bit and then re-release them. So it could be a re-release. But I've seen it. And I never remember seeing this one before, so I snagged it.
Yeah, because I didn't comb over every Predator on that poster, but yeah, they made 100 figures. So I'm not surprised that we're starting to see some more of them popping up here and there.
Oh, really? Ahaya Toys Judge Dredd, huh?
Oh shit. That's the company that makes like the RoboCop that I have, right? That small one?
Yeah.
Nice. I'll keep an eye out for that.
Now I know they were talking about the Godzilla figures too. I mean, I did pick up that Kong. I need to find that Godzilla from Kong versus Godzilla because I'm sure if that Godzilla one looked the Kong one looked that good, the Godzilla one's going to match up perfectly with him.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Yeah, no, that company, that other company, just home runs all the time. The SH Monster Arts and Figure Arts. Holy shit, man, I love that company. But
you found it? You found the Godzilla one?
Oh no shit, man!
Nice,
fantastic. Where did you find it? Was it Target or was it somewhere else? Was it online? I'm curious about that. I got one of my favorite characters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of the coolest fucking movies too. This is the one that kickstarted everything. The Crow. Brandon Lee's The Crow. So this is from Sideshow Collectibles. So this is an official figure. But yeah, man. Packaging. I was disappointed with this packaging. I'm like, why they go all black and red like that? And the back of the box looks better than the front of the box. Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't get it. They have so many great logos and shit, and that's what they went with. But Sideshow, not as good as Hot Toys, but they are, releasing some pretty good figures. I had the Jason Voorhees figure. That one's pretty cool. There's a couple shortcomings here or there. You might need to repaint some things or add a little extra blood and stuff, like on the Jason piece. But this guy was really good. There's one gripe I have, and it's they use that pleather shit. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I did see another reviewer, and he's got some kind of something to keep like the pleather, moist so it doesn't dry out. It's something you can get on Amazon. I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna end up ordering that shit because I love this character. I missed out on the Hot Toys version. I know that was pleather too, but everyone who has it, like there was no major issues with them. So I don't know. Fingers crossed, because this stuff is very, very soft. The pleather on all of it. So I don't know how long it'll last, but like I said, I think this looks amazing. You could get the different looks that he had in the movie with the coat, without the coat. He comes with a couple of weapons. There is a slight upgrade on this figure as well. If you get it, I think directly from Sideshow, or you get the exclusive. He comes with the guitar. I didn't get that one. I think an extra $15 or $20 for a guitar is kind of ridiculous. So I don't know. I went with the standard version because again at the time too, and kind of now money's a little tighter. But this guy's beautiful. I gotta say they did do an amazing job. The likeness, I'd say, it's pretty much there. It has some slightly cartoony elements to it. I think it could have been better, but for what they have, it still works because it's a freaking comic book character on top of it.
Oh, I see it. I was going to ask you if they had it, but I see it on the table. They got the hand with the hole in it.
Yes, dude, that came out perfect. Yeah, the way they did the blood on it and everything, it looks great, nice and wet looking. I think they did a damn good job.
I'll tell you what, this is a very exciting figure. I mean, so far you used wet and moist all in the same talk about the same figure.
I'm only talking about the pleather. But yeah, no, it's cool. This disappointed me too. This gun was so cheap. It's just one mold. There's no moving parts on it. I'm like, what the hell? There's like no paint application either. That's the only shortcoming when it came to the weapons. Sword's nice. It is plastic, but I think the paint job is really, really good on this thing. Super clean. You get the light on it. It's got a nice metallic shine to it. So that was cool. Shotgun, beautiful. It's got the pump action as well. So yeah, that's movable in the front. I think that looks amazing. I think they did a really good job with that. And like the silver and black, it stands out with the figure since he's mostly black. But yeah, man, dude, they did a really good job. This kind of drove me nuts. Look at this. You have the beautiful Crow logo, and they put it on the bottom. Why isn't it on the top? What the fuck is wrong with these people? I don't know. But and he comes with one Crow, no wings open. It's just a closed wing one. It's okay. I think it could have been a little bit better as well. There's no magnet features or anything either. So when you do see him on his shoulder, I'm pretty much just kind of putting him under the lapel of the jacket, and it holds. But again, they could have thought that out a little bit better. This was good though, like Tommy pointed out. They put the hole in the hand. I think that looked amazing. Yeah, and that's the thing I love about them too. They put the extra pegs. So it's not like Hot Toys and all these other companies. They actually have extra pegs for every single hand. So that's amazing. Because I know people have had problems. I've had one crack off on one of my figures as well. So that sucks when that happens. So if you could have it where it's already all attached, you're golden. So that's the one thing they do better than anybody else. Because I mean, what does it cost to do that? Nothing. It's just an extra little piece anyway. But paint applications on the hands are great. You know, the wraps turned out really good. Yeah. And I was playing with the editing a little bit to kind of take the background out. But again, I'm still in the edit. You can see I'm still in my in the Camtasia thing. But yeah, here's a slight close up as well, so you can see. I mean, they did the gloss just wonderfully in the eyes. Yeah, dude, really good on this.
No, I mean the only thing I would say is the black makeup that they probably should have made that a little bit more prominent. Like it seems
I
like it's
agree.
almost too thin.
Yeah, because there's only like 1 or 2 scenes in the movie where it's very thin, and there's other parts where you can see that they made it thicker. So that's a weird choice that they went ultra thin on it. Yeah, that could have been beefed up a little bit. But I know like there's like professional painters out there that they could have touched it up a little bit more. And I didn't really. He's got like he had a scar over his nose. I don't really remember that in the movie. I mean, I used to watch it,
Maybe towards the end of the movie.
possibly. But yeah, articulation wise, he's got great movement considering he's got the plastic molded hair. You can still get a lot of good movement out of it. He's got butterfly joints in the shoulders. Yeah, it goes up and down fine. It has the upper bicep cut, double hinge for the elbow. Your standard kind of the peg joint there, with a hinge in it. So the hands, you get full motion in there. Waist, actually is kind of surprising. I didn't think he'd get that much motion out of it. But yeah, it was really good. And it is a different material they put like on the wrappings around his midsection. So just be a little mindful of that. I don't know what they used. It's almost like a thin plasticky kind of feel, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell they used because it's way different than like the pleather that's on them. But yeah, good articulation there on the waist. Legs, again, be mindful. You don't want to tear anything. But yeah, a decent motion in there. Upper thigh rotation. Double hinge for the knee. He's got the ball joint on the ankle as well, which, it's kind of high top boot. So they normally don't do it. But it's not bad. It's not bad. They're getting better, these companies, with doing the kind of high top boots. So you get extra motion by the ankle. And it is softer too, like the flaps of the boot. It is soft plastic. So that's pretty good too. And yeah.
And the body proportions look pretty damn good for him too.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because he wasn't the tallest guy. They say he was about 6 foot. I think he was a little shorter than that. I think he was closer to maybe 5'9" and a half, 5'10" tops. I don't think he was 6 foot. But back then, especially Hollywood, they would bump up these numbers because they want to make, for their it's the agencies they work with. They want to make sure that they look bigger than they actually are. It's like wrestling. They throw the extra couple inches on.
No, you look at most of these actors out there now. They're claiming they're like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Yeah. I'm sure Hollywood is just filled with giants.
Yeah, sure. Just the only one I know for a fact was Momoa. He said he was about 6'5" or 6'4". I think he was closer to 6'6" because I'm 6 foot and he was towering over me in one of the photos we took. But and he was just wearing sandals, so yeah, that guy's a beast. But yeah, dude, the texture and everything is beautiful on this. Details are great. Although the bottom of the boots are flat. I don't know why they didn't put any detail in that. But
well, you know what? Good. I used to have a pair of those paratrooper boots, and they really are. They're genuinely flat.
Oh, they are.
But yeah, the only thing you see is a stitch line into the sole. But I had that exact same pair. Like, I mean, I had them like around. I actually had them before Breakfast Club.
Oh, so, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, well, I used to go out to the flea markets all the time, going to the Army Navy stores, and I picked up a pair. I thought they were great. They had the big steel tip toes and everything like that in case you may have to kick a can or something.
Yeah, I had the shit. Yeah, I had like the black ones as well. Yeah, they were intimidating. I'll tell you that. Dude, yeah,
hey, what's going on, Tina? I seen Tina popped into the chat as well, and also Horny Alf. What is going on from the Legion of Memers? Good to see you, man.
Hello, everybody. But yeah, so yeah, this figure I think they did an amazing job. I'm just crossing my fingers that it does last longer than it. I mean, again, pleather is the only thing that I normally don't get figures that have pleather. There's been a handful that I have in the collection because I had one. And yeah, the jacket flaked to hell. I had to get rid of it. It was a different figure from one of like the first figures I ever got. like the bigger ones there, like the Hot Toy shit.
Well, I
And
know we were talking about that a while ago, and I was talking about that Indiana Jones that I have from the freaking 80s with the freaking pleather jacket and everything he
it's
had
still
on.
in great condition.
And it's still in perfect condition. I don't know how that happened because the way my father had that thing stored up in the attic, it was definitely not a controlled environment. But somehow that thing managed to pull through freaking A-OK.
Wow, dude. Yeah,
What's
I
up,
don't know.
Slasher?
What's up, man? Hell yeah. Yeah, because like the figure I had him out for a while. Then I put him back in the box because I was moving, whatever. I got him back out, and as soon as I did, everything flaked the hell off. I was like, oh no. And yeah, anyway, I reused that piece anyway, and I repurposed the whole outfit and shit the guy had. Well, the rest of the stuff. It was like a military figure. But, yeah, I have a custom made commando basically that I did. I'll show that on one of these reviews, or do a short on it or something. But yeah, no, this figure again, I think they did a beautiful job. So thumbs up, good shit. Just crossing my fingers, he'll be all right over time. But either way, I'm gonna get like that that kind of material. Not material, it's like a spray thing, but you got to like apply it on like with a Q-tip and stuff. So
I wonder if it's similar to the stuff they used to have for the leather, where it's like a treatment that you put over it. It's the same thing that they put on like oh god,
that's
it's a rainproof material for like the trench coats that are not leather, but they're supposed to be a waterproof, and you got to treat it with like a mink oil, and you treat it with mink oil, and that's what keeps it rainproof.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah,
it seeps into the material and keeps it pliant, but it also keeps harmful shit from destroying the material.
Yep. And that's it. Yeah. I don't know. You got to watch out with a lot of these things. But these companies, I mean, come on, with the money people have been paying, they gotta keep upping it. The third party Indiana Jones, that's an actual leather jacket. So if it's a third party that could do it, why the hell can't these major companies do it? You know, kind of no excuse. But yeah, either way, like I said, I pulled the trigger. One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite movies. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen this, especially growing up. And yeah, man, fucking awesome. It's a shame. Brandon Lee was going to be a gigantic star, and his life was cut short because of incompetent people breaking rules.
I'm pretty sure. It's never been said. But I'm pretty sure somewhere behind the scenes, I was out there hanging out, and that's probably why this happened.
No, dude, I know the story, and I know one of the guys who worked on set. This guy's been blacklisted from the entire industry. Yeah, I was gonna do something on Halloween about that, but maybe I'll just do a random stream and like break it all down. But yeah, there was some scumbag guy was a real nut job. Broke into the mold shop. He rammed his truck through it when he got fired off the set. There was a bunch of horrible things that happened on that movie set. A bunch of horrible things. And yeah, and number one thing, they broke rule number one: no live ammunition ever. Someone had actual bullets in the trunk of a car, and they brought them on set. It's just, it's horrible, man. It's horrible what these morons do. This is why you need to hire the best of the best. You can't have like scumbags coming in, and working on these major pictures and stuff. It's just, it's a damn shame. There's no reason why that should have happened.
Hey, Lasso, how come you're sitting in the chat? You know you could be up on the panel. Don't be scared. The guinea pigs don't bite much. We just nibble.
That's right.
I'm not creative. Never seen that movie, man. You should definitely watch it. It is definitely worth the watch, man. I don't know so much about the second, third, and fourth or fifth or however many they made, but
I've
the first
only
one.
I've seen one, and I've seen the second one in theaters, and I was so infuriated. It was just, it's like almost like they mocked them. They tried to.
It was a crying shame too, because if you look at the James O'Barr comics, I still have the second one, which was Dead. No, wait a minute. Is it considered Dead Time, or damn, I forget what that second series is called. But it's with the chick, the Native American lady.
Okay.
And she comes back, and it was an amazing story. It was great. It was just as good as the first one. Yeah,
so I don't understand, why didn't they go that direction? No, they gotta fucking shit all over his legacy. Like I don't understand these companies, but yeah, if you want to see an amazing movie, yeah, go back, check it out. I just go buy it. Don't even rent it. Just go buy it if you can find it, because physical media is kind of disappearing. But highly recommend it. Amazing soundtrack as well. And this is when they kind of kickstarted everything. Blade came after this, a couple of years after it. You know, comic book movies weren't really a big thing anymore. You know, we had a couple of the Batman movies. Like, what was the third one? Kind of started going downhill, and then you know, the fourth one was pure shit. And they were going to sort of give up on these comic book movies. And The Crow came out, and you know, everything that was surrounding it. You know, kind of it broke a lot of hearts, but at the same time, holy shit, what a great movie! And for what they did too, because they weren't done filming it, obviously, and they cut out a huge section of the film. You know, there's supposed to be like that Scarecrow character in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
They had a couple of scenes shot with him, but they just took them out of the movie because they couldn't get it to work properly. But if you get like the special edition, like Blu-ray and all that crap, they have like the extra footage in there. And you'll see who actually summons the crow itself, you know, and sends the bird to go resurrect them and everything. It's just silhouettes, but it still was pretty damn cool. And I'm curious to see what the movie would have been, you know, with him, because like he interacts with Eric Draven as well. So that's yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame when you get to see the full experience of that movie.
What could have been? I mean,
Correct.
you know what? I was actually relieved when I heard that the reboot that they were planning on doing fell through. And part of the reason I heard that the reboot fell through is because Jason Momoa didn't like where they were going to take the script.
Oh yeah. No, he left, but they did film it and they finished it. But it's with Bill Skarsgård, the one who played Pennywise.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's one coming out. They finished filming, but I don't know when it's supposed to be released. So I don't know. We'll see.
I just don't understand why they always feel they got to do that, because, you know, they say, oh, well, for a more modern audience, which means that they're going to put trash in it. And we don't want to see trash.
Me neither.
Ugh. But I want to change it from being sad talking about that. Hey, what's up, Slasher?
What up, Slasher?
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Not
doing
too
pretty
bad.
good. Do you want to chime in on the Crow before I switch topics over to another toy?
The Crow is actually one of my favorite movies. I'd say it's in my top 5, maybe
Same.
5. I'm not.
Bro.
I have zero familiarity with the comic book. I just know the first movie.
Mm-hmm. That's all you need to know. I heard the comic book's great. I don't own it myself, but in high school I had a couple friends that had a few of them, and I used to thumb through them when they brought them in. But yeah, I don't have it either. I might go back and pick up a trade paperback or something.
It was pretty good. There's a lot of things that cross directly over into the movie from the comic book too.
I would, if I could find them, I would. It's just I was never able to find them in any comic book stores in my neighborhood.
Well, you know what? Probably the easiest way to find it is because I know they did a trade paperback of it, and that was a lot easier and, of course, cheaper to find than the original comics themselves.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So, yeah, if you could find the trade paperback of it, like they might even have a collected version now where it's got all the other ones that he did.
I'd imagine the originals are pretty pricey.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, well, they did the same thing with the Predator series from Dark Horse. They re-released it in like a small hardback compendium, and it wasn't every single Aliens versus Predator, but it was quite a few comics that they stuffed into this hardcover. I picked up that one, and for the price that I paid for that, and compared to what I would pay if I had to repurchase all those comic books, man, that was nothing for that book whatsoever. Matter of fact, I think I got it on discount at Barnes and Nobles, and I only spent $17 on it. And we're talking about a hardcover book filled with the freaking Aliens versus Predator stories that's got to be at least like probably like 4 inches thick.
Nice. Let me see. There's one that's the Crow Special Edition. It's James O'Barr paperback. Looks like it's about $17. You can get it for a hardcover as well, $24 on Amazon. But I don't know what's in it yet.
That's partially my fault. I'm not creative. I didn't do I didn't do my due diligence to warn people ahead of time, because once again I was kind of like last minute doing a whole bunch of different things and I didn't promote it properly.
Yeah.
So it's partially my fault.
I've been there, done that. But yeah, this thing is 272 pages, so I guess this is like the majority of his work all in one.
Now,
Yeah,
was
there
the
was-
character in the original story? He was Eric Draven, Tommy.
Yes. From what I remember reading, yeah.
But I heard they did change things because he wasn't in a band, or he wasn't like a kind of like a up and coming rock
No,
star.
yeah, the band thing was different from what I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like most of the story, like the characters were mostly the same. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I don't remember if Tintin was in it. I don't think Tintin was in the original story.
But they had T-Bird's gang. They
did have T-Bird's gang. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I might have to go back and grab this. But I put the link in private. If you're looking for the book.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
$17.49 for the paperback.
Yeah, and 272 pages. Pretty sweet.
No, I love that one, and like I said, I know I have my collected version somewhere back there, but I was just looking over the second set of stories with the chick, and yeah, that one was a really good one too. I mean, some of the things that she says in there were so amazing that when I was still playing in a band, we took excerpts of the comic and we turned it into a song called "Dead Time."
Nice.
Oh, you actually, I did actually see one of the later ones, the one with frickin' Edward Furlong. I don't know why. I was just flipping through the channels. I'm like, am I seeing this right? Is Edward Furlong playing the Crow?
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
Yeah, I can't even say I remember a thing about it other than Edward Furlong was the Crow, and I think that's all I can remember of it. Like,
really quick.
I think that's all anyone should. That's all anyone should really take away from it.
Yeah, right. Holy shit!
It was like what was it? It was that the one where Tito Ortiz was in it too.
I don't know. They were just playing them randomly on TV, like in the afternoons on like Saturdays and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was one with the one with him. There was one with Kirsten Dunst, but I don't think she was playing the Crow character. Like after the second one, did these all go straight to like DVD?
Some of them I think did.
I'd assume so.
Because they were pretty bad. Like they were almost like the later ones. They were almost sci-fi quality.
Sci-fi channel quality.
Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think the last couple ones in the series were by Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Wow, you're probably right. That's insane.
But no, I love that series. I would love to see these toys. I would love to see like NECA do another version because I mean, big wall hangers are nice, but I'd like to get something a little bit more in my price range because I mean I've already spent way too much money on toys, and it's getting ridiculous.
No, I absolutely I hear you, but again, yeah, why haven't they jumped back on it? I think they released something a very long time ago. McFarlane was one of the last ones that had them too. We had a couple from Diamond Select, but it ain't the same. And if you're gonna have someone do it right, NECA's been hitting out of the park with those with the Ultimate lines. So
I know they had the reaction figures, those ones that are done like Star Wars style.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they had a Crow one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had everything of those actually.
Yeah, I know there's been like statues and shit released too, like smaller, more affordable ones as well. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, my collection, I'm winding down with a lot of stuff. So yeah, like Tommy said, just we spent way too much, and my fucking pre-orders came in, and like there's some things I'm not canceling, and others like canceled just a bunch of shit. I'm like, yeah, can't afford it. Nope.
I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, freaking Hasbro with that nonsense that they're pushing right now, that shit just tears at my guts.
Yeah.
Because of all the things they've been doing right with the toys. It just really burns me. But
it does, but at this point, it's like, fuck it. You got like the majority of the characters that you want anyway.
Well, there's a few more that I would have liked to have seen, and I would like to have picked up Swoop, Snarl to complete the Dinobots. I really would have liked to have seen them. They're probably going to release them when I say I've had enough and I stop buying from them. That's probably when they'll release them.
Probably.
Son of a bitches. But I want to show off something that I've actually had sitting in the works for over 5 months.
Okay.
So it's 3 parts, but I want to see what you guys think about this one. Here we go.
Once again, we are here with our good buddy Chopper, who loves change scratches. Loves them. And we're going to talk about another Transformer, of course. And what do we got this time? Siege, Warp for Cybertron Trilogy, Refractor, Reconnaissance Team 3-pack. Now, I know that they had actually released Refractor early on, and I know that he was like a purplish blue and everything like that, but this one is actually what the original G1 colors were. One was red, one was blue, and one was more like a black color. This is a really nice set. As you can see, it's got like the hollow foils on the outside of the box all the way around. Incredibly packaged, well done. I believe this was done by Pulse. I love the screen that they have on the front for the camera. So we're going to have to go ahead and get this one open and check it out. This thing looks amazing. This one was actually done in 2018. And even opening the box, they give you a nice little booklet with them. And even the inside of the top of the box has got those nice hologram features to it. They did such an exceptional job just on this box alone that I am incredibly impressed with this set. Let's see what else they got in here. Oh, they got a little Grimzeek. That's pretty cool. Jumper, you want to look at him? Don't nibble. I beg of you, pig, do not nibble with this one.
Don't nibble, I beg you.
I beg of you, do not nibble. Well, he nibbled on my Perceptor toy when I on the turntable.
That was funny. Oh, man.
But yeah, like just getting that thing out of the box. Jumper.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Godzillionaire? Yeah, Crimzeek.
What's up?
Crimzeek. I don't know if you remember that from the Sunbow cartoons or not.
Yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah, as soon as I seen it in the package, I was like, oh, it's Crimzeek.
That was awesome that they added that.
No, really cool. Really cool. I was impressed with it. And I mean, just that box alone.
Oh yeah,
just
dude.
the box, like all the work that they put into the box, like they're not doing that anymore.
No,
I mean, now you're getting these like cheap ass package, like that Megatron, his tank one. The outside packaging, cool as hell. The inner box, pretty sweet with the extra they put it. But the minute you open it up, just flat cardboard, nothing special about it, no highlights, nothing. It's like, dude, this is terrible. I feel like I've opened up a cheap TV out of a dollar store. It was just horrible.
That sucks. Yeah, man. He looked all hollow and kind of cheap plastic. I saw 2 people review it. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? They dropped the ball.
Yeah, I've got my review. I need to put up a little bit later on. I am going to put my my short. It's going to be a 2-parter again, just like the Tonkinator. Which, by the way, the Tonkinator one, badass. It looked great. The only problem I had is plastic feels cheaper, but the plastic feels cheaper on everything compared to the stuff from back then. So.
Yep.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, nothing broke on it. Everything snapped together the way it should. They actually had added extra pegs on Tonkinator that made it a really tight, snapping his joints into place. But nothing broke, so I can't complain. Yeah, nibble. But I'm going to move on to part 2 because this one had to break into 3 parts because there was so much to unpack in this box. So
yeah,
pop part 2 now.
Okay, Reflector. Let's see what you can see.
So of course, right out of the box, he already comes in his awesome camera form. Oh, you didn't like Crimsy, did you, Jumper? You didn't like it? No, don't you nibble. Don't you nibble. I boop the nose. Anyway, the camera mode looks absolutely amazing. We'll have to get the tripod stand out for it. And the tripod stand actually comes in 3 pieces because it's the 3 different guns for all 3 of them, and it just kind of snaps together. So basically, you just take the little tabs, and they got these little tabs right here. They just pop together like so. Stupidly simple. There should be a pick mark on the bottom for this. Somewhere. So one thing to take the standing, he's got this little piece right here. You actually got to take that piece off first. Attach it to the bottom here. And that is how you're supposed to put the stand in. Yep, there it goes. Let's put the camera piece back at the top. Boom. Now we got reflector with his camera stand ready to go, and little Crimsy all lit up.
That was the last bit of info I needed.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love this set. I have them. I got them singly, and then put the camera together. But yeah, then they released this pack. I'm like, you sons of bitches. But dude, that looks amazing. The paint job on it, everything about that is just killer, dude.
Well, there is one thing that kind of threw me off, and that's going to be in the last clip. But I mean, up until that point, I was blown away by this thing.
Oh,
you know, first
yeah.
off, we talk about the box. The box, killer. The camera mode with the extra pieces to create the stand out of the guns, exceptional. Like they went above and beyond with stuff like that. You know, the little Crimsy figure that you can put over the light and it looks like he's glowing like he did in the cartoon. Great. Jumper unfortunately did not like Crimsy, and actually he nosed him and knocked him face down on the turntable, and then started looking to nibble on the back of reflector. But no, absolutely incredible. But this is in this last part. This is where they irritated me just a little bit, and I don't know why they couldn't have fixed this, because they released the bluish purplish one first, so they knew whatever problems they had in that they could have corrected in the mold work, but they didn't, and they ran with the exact same mold, and they didn't correct the one problem that was wrong with the original refractor that they put out. So
trying to remember what it is. Yeah.
No, well, you'll see.
Well, Jumper had decided he had already had enough before I could finish getting all these guys transformed, but basically these guys are all exactly the same. You remove a few pieces, like these almost like camera center pieces, to kind of distinguish them just like they were in the original G1, because this is the G1 colors right here. Because I know on the show they were more like that purplish blue like looking color, and they all looked exactly the same. But in the original G1 toy line, that was actually a holdover from the microchange line that was brought over into the Transformers through the mail-away catalog. These were the original colors for the different bots that were part of Reflector. Of course, all the camera pieces break apart. The telephoto lens breaks apart, become mini shields. The stands become guns. And the various parts of the camera that are on the end like this becomes a shield for him, and these become big giant shoulder pads, if you will. And of course, the other one becomes like a missile launcher on the side of this guy. They really did put a lot of thought in there, except for one thing, like these. Like, you're supposed to remove these to differentiate them, but they really leave you no place to actually store these when they're in robot mode. That would be the only thing that I think that is a bit of a bummer on this, besides one other thing. Because of the way these feet are made, these guys have a hard time standing. There is no rocker that way. It goes out this way. So there's no way to really bend those feet, because you got these clips right there. There's no way to stand them straight up without their feet sticking outside of these. I would say that is probably the one downside to this. But other than that, I think this collection is really awesome. I really love the original colors for the reflector. I do have the bluish purple one in the back as well, but this is the set that I wanted.
You can wear a reflector! They always the Transformers! More than meets the eye! The Transformers!
So
Yeah.
there it was, the legs,
There it was,
the
yeah.
legs. There's no rocker. Then they could have done something where they could have created a little bit of rock. Now, whether they did it in the knee joint or something, because they can't stand up straight, like the legs kind of stick out sideways and they kind of rock on the platform.
Yeah.
And I actually had a few times when I was trying to film this thing, as they were spinning around, they were falling over. I was like, really? Really? I was getting agitated like a.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. Yeah, and I forgot to at the end those extra pieces too, so it looks even more like a legit camera. Man, yeah, no, dude, that's a score. Was it a decent price?
I did manage to get it at a decent price, considering that one was from 2018. I did find a guy, and I think I picked it up for, I want to say it was like maybe 50 some odd dollars.
Okay.
At the most for all three. It was something like 50 to 60, which when this thing first came out, I want to say that this one was like $70 because it was 3 figures in one pack.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I remember seeing it online. But yeah, man, crazy. Yeah, when those originally came out, what are they? They were like around $17.99 plus tax.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they were under 20. I know that.
And now what? They're all like fucking $26 or something.
The cheapest price that they have on the deluxe models is $24.99 because I just picked one up today and it was $24.99.
Oh, which one you get?
Oh god, it's from the Velocitron series. Diaclone Champion or something like that. I don't remember what the name was. It was a white colored version of the Lamborghini Countach. It almost looks like Red Alert, except it's more of a pure white color.
Gotcha. Nice. Dude, have they solicited yet Breakdown? I need to get Dead End as well.
Yeah, I just got notified that Dead End is on the way.
Oh, excellent. Sweet.
Yeah, so I still have Breakdown to complete the set, but Dead End's on the way. So now I'm just waiting for Breakdown to complete the set, and then maybe I'll look into the extras we were talking about from the third-party companies where to cover up some of the holes. They give you a different gun and all that stuff. I think I might look into that because
to move the cars to the front.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't like that stupid cannon thing as a gun for Menasor. I think it just looks retarded.
Yeah, which is a shame because everything else, like the engineering in that figure, is beautiful.
Absolutely. I think they should have left that cannon thing as part of the freaking base, and they should have just included a freaking gun. Even if the gun was slightly oversized with Motormaster, at least there would have been a sword and a gun like the original one came with. Oh, that's the way they should have done it, but they didn't. They got lazy.
Yep, that's what they do. But hey, dude, again, I'm so happy I pulled the trigger on that instead of the Megatron. His tank. I mean, and I came close. I really wanted that thing. I'm like, wow, it looks too cheap. So, I mean,
wait, they combined Megatron with a his tank?
Yeah. Which we were so excited about.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they fucked it up.
I'm putting it on my channel later tonight. Yeah, they made a lot of mistakes with that thing. And some of the mistakes that they made. Cool. No, it looks cool. The his tank looks great. The Megatron figure, if you look at him in the packaging, looks cool until you get him out of the packaging and start looking at him. Then he doesn't look as good. Oh, yeah, like some of the elements to this figure, and I'm just going to go ham on it right now. Fucking Hasbro, you suck dick with the way that you put this Megatron together. Once you get it out of that packaging and you take a look at it, I seen the same amount of freaking detailing in him that I seen in those cheap-ass dollar store, like Dollar General knockoff Megatrons that you sell there. They're still Transformers, but they're cheaply made. That's the level of detail that they put into the Megatron figure on that freaking thing. And the his tank version looks great, but once again, they fucked that up as well with paint applications. There's nothing like having paint splatter all over the freaking treads because they were being freaking cheap and spraying it on like a bunch of retards, like they were spray painting a wall in an alleyway.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
No, I'm not. I was fucking livid about that shit.
Wow.
And I think I was more than generous in the review I did give, even though I cussed them out a few times. Way that goes up, I want to hear from Hasbro on that one, because I'll tell them about 7 different ways where they could suck me off. Now, I'm sorry, $100 for this fucking figure, and there's like fuck up paint applications, big giant open spots where pieces don't sit on the figure, and the minute you transform them, they fall the fuck off. Like, no, you can miss me with that shit, bro. I ain't buying no shit like that again.
Yeah, hollowed out freaking giant sections of that figure, and I saw it was the whole back section is like one giant piece.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a separate the whole big back piece. It's a separate piece that plugs on, and I could not just slip this thing on. It wouldn't slip on. I had to get a screwdriver, loosen the screw to open it up so I could slide it onto the back piece where it's supposed to just pop into place. I had to loosen the screw to get it on in, tighten the screw up, which was fine. All right, whatever. I got to loosen to put it on. That's fine. But once I went to transform it, it easily fell the fuck off. I couldn't get it on, but it fell right off during transformation. I was like, you got to be shitting me.
Wow, that's
like
terrible,
the way they designed it was piss poor.
Have they done any other G.I. Joe Transformer combos?
Yes, they did. Bumblebee is the All Striker, and he came with Stalker. And I was looking at that thing, and I was waiting because something told me you better wait until you take a good look at Megatron. And boy, am I glad I did. Because after seeing what they did to the Megatron one, I could only imagine what they did with that Bumblebee one.
Yeah.
That's still a cool idea, though.
Oh, no, it absolutely is a cool idea. You know what, Slasher? I mean, some of the other crossovers that Transformers done have been absolutely, they've knocked it out of the park, guy. Absolutely. Like they had the Ecto one. Now, granted, there was a problem with the stupid rubber hoses that I flipped, and I went totally ham on that as well, not being able to port into the side of the Ecto one when it turns into the vehicle mode. But other than that, the vehicle mode and the Autobot mode, they look great. When they did the DeLorean for Back to the Future, that fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Yep. I got another one on the way that I managed to get at a really, really good price, surprisingly, considering how quickly this thing sold out in pre-orders. And I've got DraculaCon, or damn it, it's the Dracula Transformers crossover from Universal Monsters. So he transforms into a bat, almost like Mind Wipe.
Huh.
Did you see the Nintendo combos?
Yes, I did see those.
The Light Zapper Megatron,
and
the Nintendo Truck Optimus. I'm looking at this Megatron Zapper right now. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I hear you, Dinosaur. That agitated me when they took away the gun for him. But that, once again, that's the same type of shit that we're seeing right now with some of these parents that are overly offended by everything. It's the same shit. It just happened back then. They got offended over guns. Hey, man, kids are going to get hurt. Put orange caps on everything. Stop making toys that look like guns. Wham, my pussy hurts.
You got their number.
Every day when I hear about this people, it's like this for me.
And all day long, my foot up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
I hate those type of people.
That never gets old.
What's going on, Manosphere? Hope you were doing well.
Here, could I bring up a picture of the Megatron?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Whip it out.
I like that he's the orange. He's the orange version too.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
It is. Yeah, I agree. He should have stayed a gun. I don't like that they turned him into a tank.
You don't have this one, do you, Tommy?
No, I'd never seen it like for sale anywhere. So
That's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I dig it too, man.
I wish they would have did more stuff like that.
Well, they had
Right.
the Optimus Prime as a truck, as a Nintendo truck. Did you see that one?
I'd seen it a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
All right, yeah, because the other Optimus Prime I seen that I wanted to pick up, but I wasn't spending that kind of money at the time, is they did do a Ghostbusters truck version of Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I saw that too. It did look tempting.
Did you see the other one? They're doing a Christmas version of Optimus Prime now too.
I did see that. But yeah, I think that the Ghostbusters one I would have, but I mean, again, like you said, way too much money. Wasn't it like $250 or something?
Something like that. It was some ridiculous price.
Retarded.
I'm surprised Nintendo never. That Transformers never did a Hess truck Optimus Prime.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think they did. I was going to bring it up before. Because I used to look at some of like the third party stuff because I got a couple of pieces from these different companies, and I'm pretty sure they did. Dude, it's kind of crazy how many Optimus Primes are out there.
Or how many Hess trucks are out there? They've been doing that shit forever.
Yeah.
Every Christmas season.
Yeah, they have.
I still got a couple older ones from like the 70s and 80s and stuff.
I never had one, but my cousins used to get them every fucking Christmas.
Yep. I think
all the brand new ones.
I think I only got one once. I had to share it with my brothers, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
I love those things, though. I mean, they were so cool. I mean, there really wasn't much to them, and depending on which one you got, like the one I have is actually, it was like a copy of the first test truck, and they had turned it into a bank as well. So it wasn't just like the model of the truck, but it was also a bank, piggy bank as well. But it still had the light. It still had the light up feature and everything for the freaking headlights and everything. So
yeah, that was cool. I like that they had stuff like that back then.
Yeah, they had the fire truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was actually two different Pepsi Optimus Primes, Godzillionaire. There was the Pepsi Optimus Prime that I had, and I think I sold him already. I think I sold him a while ago. But there was one that came with the standard trailer, and it just had a Pepsi logo that you put on the back of the trailer. Then there was a second version, which I think it was only available in Canada, but it actually came with like the tanker design for the back trailer, and you could actually put a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi on it.
Oh, wow. Oh, I do remember that. Dude. Holy shit.
Let me look.
Yeah, I have problems when it comes to remembering Transformer stuff. Yeah, fake guns. I played video games with guns and played with toy guns as a kid.
Oh wow, this Optimus shit is pretty cool. This fucking Pepsi shit.
Oh, you're checking it out?
Yeah.
Was that eBay?
No, I'm just doing an image search.
Oh.
The one with the 2-liter you're talking about on the back, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was only available in Canada because that wasn't available in the States. In the States, we wound up getting the one with the normal trailer with just the Pepsi logo on the back. All right. Bringing it up.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's not even just it's not just Pepsi. It's Pepsi Twist.
Yeah, look at that. Crazy.
I like the front.
And see, they only did that for that version. Oh, that was Japanese. I thought it was Canadian. No, it's Japanese. Japanese Pepsi Convoy. Because, the American version, it was a standard Optimus Prime, and there it is right there. It just had the Pepsi logo on the back trailer. That was it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was the only thing that made him different.
Yeah, that one's meh. The one with the giant 2-liter is awesome.
Oh shit!
Well, on the 2-liter one, he actually has Pepsi logos on his shoulders, or on the top of his shoulders. He's got like Pepsi logos.
Yeah, the front of the truck. The front of the truck was like the Pepsi logo.
Oh damn! Somebody did this. Is this official?
It
looks like they. Oh, I'm sorry. There was I found like the more what do you call it? The legacy ones here, the Earthrise, whatever.
Look, you see it, Tommy? He's got like the Pepsi logo pattern.
Yeah,
on
the
his,
wave
on his legs.
Yeah,
Yes.
on the wave on his legs.
Yeah,
Would
check
they
it.
have that? Would they have any?
This
Optimus
one,
Prime. Optimus Prime's a fucking sellout.
right? Look at that. They did the updated version on the newer figure.
Huh?
That's crazy.
What, a mini Pepsi bottle?
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Look at this shit.
Oh
So-
shit.
That's crazy. They did a bunch of different versions. I guess. Well, that doesn't look official, but the other one did with the little Pepsi, the Pepsi bottle. Dude, that's great. Funny shit.
Godzillionaire says it looks like they re-released the Pepsi Optimus for BotCon 2007.
Oh wow.
Hey, what's up, Canadian Spider-Man, man? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well.
What's up, Spidey?
What's up?
Godzillionaire says they
Eh?
should have made a Coke Megatron Tony Montana.
Ah, they should have. They should have. Why does he come with the white powder?
Can Optimus come out and play?
Holy shit. This is some funny stuff. What the hell is this? Looks like someone's selling like the parts so you could swap them out. Weird, man.
Freaking bots.
Pern bots.
Pern bots.
Pern.
See, them sons of bitches. They always do it. And see,
You
I gotta
beat me.
play.
I was about to do it, Tommy. You beat me. to
I
it.
gotta play my shit now. See, because they did it.
I'm gravely disappointed. Again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Oh, fuck.
Goddamn prime bats. Get out of here, you damn bats.
Oh my god.
Selling their Pern.
Right?
got time for that. That's a
Dude.
bear kitty.
These creepy sons of bitches. Oh wow, they had a G.I. Joe one too. Look at this shit.
The G.I. Joe Pepsi thing?
No. G.I. Joe Optimus.
Oh.
He came with Duke. And
See, I'd never seen that one.
me neither.
When was that
Oh,
released?
that's cool.
It's
No
it's a
clue.
con exclusive, whatever it is.
Yeah.
A green Optimus looks dope.
Do you see what else is there? You see that? Boba Fett?
Where was it?
Trans-
Look
Transformer
straight
Boba
down
Fett?
below that picture, the big picture, the first, the second.
Oh
yeah.
shit. No, I have.
Fucking in there.
Yeah, apparently. Holy shit.
This has got to be something newer because they weren't using that terminology back then. Boba
Yeah.
Fett, Optimus Prime, G1 Transformers X Star Wars Custom. That's more of a modern thing that they've been using.
Right. Which makes sense. Holy crap. That's crazy though.
I like that Duke one. The
Yeah, that
The one-
Duke one looked pretty damn sweet.
green Optimus looks cool.
Yeah. But again, yeah, he looks more modern anyway, that Duke.
300.
I think, yeah.
huh?
Yeah. This is wow, that's crazy. Yeah, but see, if you spend that kind of money, it's like you don't even want to open them up. It's like, okay, I'll
No.
keep it in a package and resell it later on.
Well, you know what? For me, I would have no need to open them up because I already got an ass ton of Optimus Primes back there.
Yeah.
I already know what he's like. I don't need to open that version up.
Look at this. They got a
Skeletor and Megatron.
Holy shit. These are nuts, man. Yeah, I don't know. The crossover stuff is just sometimes it's really fun. Other times they completely miss the mark. But dude, I remember we both did we get this at the same time, like from the same seller?
Right?
Holy shit.
The He-Man WWE crossovers are pretty cool. Well, some of them are cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw a couple of them in the stores. It's funny too. The different areas have completely different figures. You know, there's like two Walmarts that are like down the street from one another, and one caters more to a different crowd, and the stuff they have in there is totally different from the other Walmart.
What you know? What's funny? Remember the Undertaker, Ted DiBiase, and the other one that I put up, the WWE Superstars line that I picked up. It's the same thing. They look like the Masters of the Universe type figures.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw another one today in the other Walmart I stopped in. It was Bray Wyatt, but the Funhouse Bray Wyatt, and he comes with some kind of hat on, like he's the Mad Hatter or something.
Oh, okay.
It was really weird. Like, I was like, I don't remember ever seeing Bray wear. I mean, I'm not, unless that's his new gimmick or something.
But you have the Undertaker with the Undertaker, the one that glows in the dark, right? He's like scare glow almost, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about the newer ones. They did a newer line called WWE.
Oh, I didn't know they did a news. I didn't know they did a news.
Yeah, I put it up as a short on my channel. I picked up him, Ted DiBiase, and the Ultimate Warrior. And they look great. Don't get me wrong. And like the clothes come off on most of them, so you can get an entirely like in-ring attire look.
Yeah. But these are straight up wrestling figures. These aren't the
right.
Universe crossover.
Yeah, they're wrestling figures, but they resemble the Masters of the Universe in the way that the bodies are made.
Yeah, they're called like the Superstars or something.
Yeah, the Superstars line.
The bodies look exactly like those like He-Man origin figures. They look just like those. I saw Ric Flair and the Hollywood Hogan version.
But they didn't throw them in the get-ups like He-Man type get-ups like they did in the last ones, right? Like
no.
No. Son of a bitch. We got a Frankie bot.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's gonna have to hit him.
Shitter was full.
What's up, Frankie?
What's up? Oh shit. That's funny.
Does the trucker version come with Dad Bod Boba Fett?
Oh my god. But Slasher. Yeah, no, they're straight up like Ric Flair is Ric Flair. He just looks like a He-Man toy, and he comes with the red robe. But they're pretty cool looking. They're pretty funny too. I think I put up a couple shorts of those guys as well.
The old AWA figures were pretty similar to He-Man figures.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the early ones, yeah.
And before that, they had Rocky figures that were like that too.
I've got the Rocky sitting back there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think I found his packaging too. I think it was in
the
two
original?
different places. Yeah.
The original one? Oh, fucking Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, where he had the cloth.
They had the trunks. They had the trunks.
Boxing trunks, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's sitting back there, the original one. I was dying when I seen it. I was like, holy shit. I didn't think this would be sitting in the house. But there it was in the original cardboard packaging for it, too.
Dude, you got them all.
I had the Thunder Lips one back in the day. But that shit is long gone.
Yeah. Oh, I found the Ghostbusters Prime.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
the trailer is what really made it pop, though.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
There it is.
That's pretty sick, man.
Oh, that's dope.
What, you see Roller? Roller is a freaking trap.
Yeah, that was awesome. And they put his pack like they did it the same way too. Where is it here? Is it a better shot of it? Yeah. I mean that's some cool stuff though that they did. Paint job is incredible on this thing, but yeah, dude, too much money on these things.
Yeah, it was way too expensive.
Yeah. This person apparently had it at $100 pretty much, 95 out of stock.
Wow. I wonder why.
Right.
Well, even the Ecto one that was selling for Jesus, like almost $60.
Yeah, when he came out. Mm-hmm. It's nuts. But dude, the packaging was incredible too on this.
All this stuff puts Wonder Bread He-Man to shame, right, Tommy?
Big time. Big time.
That's hilarious. Oh, there you go. That's how big he is.
Yeah, he's pretty huge.
Yeah. Yeah,
because that Ecto 1 figure is large.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very large figure.
Yeah, impressive stuff, man.
I mean, the problem with that is if you're a collector and you're putting all your Transformers up on the shelf, he's out of scale with everything because that's part of the master, their master line. So
Yeah, the masterpiece one.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's probably more than likely why that damn price tag was so freaking high. Because anything with master on it, they jacked the price up. I'm actually kind of surprised that the He-Man one, the Masterverse line. I was actually shocked that they didn't jack that up a lot more than what it was.
Wow.
Because it was just like right around $40. It was like, I think it was like $39.99 for it or something.
Oh, okay.
Like I was expecting it to be a lot more than that. Like I thought for sure that damn Masterverse was going to be like $50.
Oh yeah. Just because, that's how they normally do it. But yeah, that's a shock that it wasn't. This dude, apparently it's the same mold. Remember the bootleg one that I showed you? That huge one? It was like, it's like 16 inches. It's the same mold. This is like the original mold for it. But the one I have, like China, they upscaled it and then they corrected any issues that the figure had. So, because I could see everything about this guy. This is the same exact. This is the one that China ripped off of, and they just improved upon it. But yeah, dude. Again, that's one hell of an awesome Optimus mold. Yeah, cool stuff, dude.
I'm not Creative 22 is asking you about the Wonder Bread He-Man.
Yep, Wonder Bread He-Man.
I have that one.
Shall I bring up?
That's from Combiner
Shall I
Wars.
bring up a pic of Wonder Bread?
Okay.
Yeah, bring it up. Well, the funny thing, it actually wasn't Wonder Bread.
No.
No. It was just supposed to be Wonder Man. It wound up getting grouped in as being called Wonder Bread He-Man because at the same time they were doing that, Mattel had partnered up with Wonder and they were running ads for Masters of the Universe. So when that figure came out, everybody thought it was a Wonder Bread He-Man, but it actually wasn't. Like that was like one of those myth things that got started somehow because of the advertisement was running at the same time.
I was watching legend.
Well, I was watching a behind-the-scenes story about it, and they were saying that they wanted a mail-away figure, but they wanted to use the molds that they already had. So this one, they just called. We'll just call him Wonder Man. So what they did is they just took a He-Man, they changed the color on it, they threw what the hell's the guy? The space traveler guy.
Stratos. I mean, Zodak.
So they took Zodak and they said apparently there was an armor kit that they sold that came with this black Zodak armor. And it came with these extra weapons like you would have gotten Castle Grayskull.
Yeah,
so
those
they
are
just paired that up.
Those are the weapons from the Castle Grayskull rack. I definitely know that.
Yep.
Yeah, they said that's what they did. They said they went cheap. They used what they had in extras and just threw it together and called it Wonder Man. But it was supposed to have nothing to do with Wonder Bread, actually.
Do you see his wrists, Tommy? The unpainted.
Oh yeah.
The bands.
Arm. Is that Man at Arms? Is that his Man at Arms?
That's He-Man. That's He-Man.
Wait,
He-Man had that same. No, his original wristbands weren't painted either because I have an original one back here. They're not painted.
All right, but look at his left arm. It's not the same brace.
Yeah,
it looks
no,
like
no, it is. No,
brace.
it's He-Man. It's He-Man. Here, hold on. I'll grab it. 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself. I'll grab him.
But yeah, they did it anyway with He-Man. They recycled the same molds over and over.
Oh, of course, dude.
Come on, Faker. Faker's just blue He-Man with Skeletor's feet.
Yep. They just changed the color of the plastic.
Thinkor is Merman. Moss Man is Beastman.
I'm back. So I've got an original He-Man right here. Let me bring up my camera real quick. I'm going to go to solo layout. There we go. Original He-Man, see?
Oh, okay.
He's got like that bracer on the side and the other one, and they're unpainted.
Yep.
So it was nothing but a He-Man body. They just changed the hair and they changed the loincloth and boots and everything. But yeah, there it is, the unpainted bracer. And that's why when they came out with that retro re-release of them, the Origins line, and they painted all that stuff, that's why I was like, damn, that actually looks pretty cool because it improves on the original design a little bit.
But I had thought that He-Man had that brace on his right arm on both arms. I thought that whole like floor arm guard was just on Man at Arms for a second.
No, it was on him because
I still
was-
have He-Man. I still have He-Man figures, but I don't have the OG He-Man.
yeah, it was like that because that was the side that the Shield went on.
Yeah.
But I did recognize the weapons from the weapons rack on Castle Grayskull.
Well, even the new modern Origins line re-release of Castle Grayskull came with all those same weapons. They're sitting right there with the weapon rack. But apparently, like the Zodak armor and there was a blaster gun and a few other things because originally the Wonder Man was supposed to come with a blaster too. That was all part of the mail away accessories armor kit that you could get from Mattel.
No, they had the same with G.I. Joe. They had a bunch of repainted.
Oh, well, they had it with Star Wars too. My dad had ordered. You remember that one scene in Empire Strikes Back where they go inside the freaking worm? They thought it was an asteroid, and they're inside the worm and the Falcon, and they step outside the ship. Well, remember the breather masks that they had on? There was a mail away pack for like those breather masks and a few other things that you can get from freaking Kenner at the time.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'll be back in 1 second.
No problem. Yeah, I did find one of them. I found one of them sitting in my stuff over the house. Yeah, so I do have one of the original breather masks that my dad had mailed away for.
Holy shit! You got
I don't know what happened. I'm telling you, I had a lot of shit, and I didn't get nowhere near as much as I would have liked to have gotten. You know what? But my dad, and I'll say that, God bless his soul, he gave me a lot of shit that he really couldn't afford. Like he was working a lot of extra hours and shit like that to give me extra because he was one of those, babies that grew up during, the World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have a lot. And the things that they did have, things tend to got lost or stolen or thrown out because it was just the times that they lived in. So he wanted to make sure that I got more than what he had. So, I give him all the credit in the world for that kind of shit.
Yep. Dude, yeah, that's amazing, though.
Crash Bandicoot is still a Chad. I have the bread. Let's see, Godzilla. You remember when they made manly toys for young boys? Not Soy Man. Go ahead, Vinnie. Go ahead.
No. It's all good. I was gonna say something about the toys. I forgot to. I had a brain fart. I read something, and then it knocked the thought out of my head.
Was that the Bandicoot thing?
Oh, the Bandicoot thing. Yeah, they actually you could play an entire level in the Uncharted video game. It's I think it was the fourth one. I think it was the last one. Yeah, you play Nathan Drake with his wife. You're playing as the character playing Crash Bandicoot, and you can play an entire level as long as you don't die. I thought that was pretty funny.
I was going to say something else about that 40th anniversary ET in case anybody didn't catch it when we first started.
What's that?
Because Tommy's dumb and Tommy didn't give enough warning. But the 40th anniversary ET figure. This one comes with the extra stuff for like the campground and everything like that and the speak and spell. But the other one came with should have been Reese's Pieces.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't love those.
I think that was the one where he's dressed up like a girl or whatever, like the Gertie outfit, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Did you notice the Reese's Pieces don't say Reese's Pieces on it? It says they say peanut butter candies.
They didn't want to pay. That's funny.
Which is crazy because they promoted the movie, and that was a big thing to have in the movie was Reese's Pieces.
Oh yeah.
I heard it was supposed to be M&M's, and M&M's turned it down, which is why Reese's Pieces jumped at the offer.
That's funny. I think Reese's Pieces it's a better candy.
Well, the best M&M's are peanut butter M&M's.
Oh, of course, dude. Yeah, that's hands down. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I would disagree with that because I had the caramel M&Ms, and I really like caramel, and I enjoyed those.
I have not tried those. After stream, I'm gonna go get some diabetes.
Well, you know what else ain't bad? They have pretzel M&Ms.
Oh no
I
shit.
no joke. I've had it was because now they sell the big peanut butter cups, and it had it no joke. It had bits of potato chips in it, and that shit was fucking good. I don't care what anybody says. That shit was good.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Some hot chick was talking about it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" They put that's like my brain couldn't compute it.
Yeah, they crushed up a fucking potato chip and put it in a giant peanut butter cup.
That's insane.
Well, here you want to hear something?
They want to give us all heart attacks.
Yeah.
You want to hear something weird I used to do when I was younger?
Uh-oh.
So I would take ice cream, and I would just throw potato chips and eat potato chips and ice cream.
Well, it's the salty and the sweet. It's I've done
it works. It
As a
works
kid-
too.
Yeah, as a kid, I've done it. As an adult, no. But as a kid, yeah. I told you I was a very fat kid.
Well,
I used to.
when I
put
was
Nutella
younger,
on ice cream and everything. Yeah.
well, when I was younger, I wanted to gain a lot of weight because when I was younger, I was like skinny, like toothpick rail skinny, and I was always I was lifting weights, and I no matter how strong I got, I couldn't seem to put on weight. So then I was always going out to the local gym, and I was like talking to some of the bigger guys, like, well, how do you put on the mass? And they were telling, oh, you got to do this and eat that. You got to eat, carbs. And one guy's telling me, he said, oh, here, try this trick. Like right before you work out, eat potato chips with Cool Whip on it. Like, get like one of the shake cans and put freaking Cool Whip on your not Cool Whip, but Whip It, the whipped cream.
Yeah.
He says, put that on your chips and eat it. He said, you'll start packing on the extra mass. And it worked. Unfortunately, once you go down that road, you can never lose it completely again unless you go on a starvation diet.
Yeah, because it's not
Probably
done
gives
the right
you
way.
monster shits too, huh? Did it give
Right,
you monster shits?
Big time.
Well, I knew a bodybuilder guy who he was kind of semi-famous, and he had told a story that he had kind of the same problem. Like he was starting to get a little bit big, and then he couldn't move anymore. He couldn't get bigger, and he asked somebody to go peanut butter. That's the trick. So he started eating like a jar of peanut butter a day. He goes, I put on like 50 pounds of fat. And it took me forever to take it off.
Was he just eating it straight out of the jar? Like
I don't know. He was putting on everything. He would have spoonfuls. He would put it on shit. He'd put it on like apples and you name it.
Well, you know what? Like eating peanut butter straight out of the jar. I used to do that when I was like flat busted. Like when I originally screwed up my knee going back into the 90s and blew the ACL out of the front of my knee, and I was on I actually couldn't get disability because disability back then would make you wait 5 to 6 years before they'd give you a determination and give you your money. That fucking pricks. But I couldn't get no money. New Jersey refused to pay me disability. They refused to pay me unemployment. They said because I quit my job, and I said I had to quit my job to get my knee repaired. You still quit your job, so you get nothing. So I had to go on welfare. So one of the cheapest things you can get is big giant jars of peanut butter. I would just sit there with a spoon and eat peanut butter.
Yeah.
And you know what? As long as I didn't eat it with bread, I didn't really gain much weight. It's when you start putting on bread and crackers and everything else, that's when you start gaining the weight from it. But peanut butter by itself, no, there's a decent amount of protein in it, and you shouldn't gain weight from it.
Yeah. Well, again, if you're putting it on everything, then you got a problem because it's extra fat, and then the fat mixes with the carbs, the sugars, and that's what happened to that bodybuilding guy. He's eating this giant fucking gut.
Oh, I was going to tell you, I found something else today. So
What's that?
I don't know. You remember the superpowers, and they made a new revisionist versions of them.
yes.
I was out at this other Walmart that I don't normally go to because it's just a little bit further out of my way. They had Superman, they had Batman, they had the Batman Who Laughs, they had the John Stewart Green Lantern, which I was trying to get a hold of ETEP, and I said, didn't you say you wanted the John Stewart Green Lantern? And he didn't answer me back, and it was like a good 20, 30 minutes, and I was like, I got to get out of here because I got to get home. I can't shop anymore. So I was like, he answers me as I'm driving home. He's like, yes, brother. And I was like, shit, I'll have to go back and get it for you another time because, dude, I got to get home. But
yeah, I was
I
trying
found that
to keep an eye out for it as well for him, but
the store down there was loaded with them, Vinny. They had
Wow.
everything. And I found Dark Side, and Dark Side
they
looked
have,
so good. I picked it up.
So they're not just doing the old superpowers figures. They're doing newer characters then, or characters they
Well,
did.
yeah.
The Batman Who Laughs is a newer one that was only what
Did they have
2,
a
3 years ago.
Deathstroke? Did they make
They
a Deathstroke?
did not.
Not
They
yet.
did not yet.
Okay,
So
'cause
far, what I've seen that they made
I-
is they got Superman, they got Batman, they got the Flash, they got Darkseid, they got Jon Stewart as Green Lantern, and
Probably
that
Wonder
everything?
Woman.
I don't remember seeing a Wonder Woman yet.
No.
Aquaman.
And the Batman Who
Not yet.
Laughs.
Yeah, because it's McFarlane, so there's no gimmick to it. Like, there's no you don't squeeze the legs, like nothing happens.
Uh-huh.
It's just a figure. Like, they got like the retro look to them. But yeah, it's Batman, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, the Batman Who Laughs, and Darkseid. Those are the only ones that I know of that are out.
Well, there was a canceled last line of that, and they have there's articles about all the figures they were supposed to make, and one of the proposed figures was Deathstroke. I always thought Deathstroke would have been awesome as a superpowers figure.
Oh, he would have been. You're talking about for the original line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes, I'm huge into the original line.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, as a kid,
That's one of my favorite toy lines of all time.
Yeah, those were killer. I could never find Batman. There was one kid that was like who lived up the street from us. He was a few years younger than me. But his parents we used to call them like the flipper kids because their parents were like first cousins. It's gross. But the kid, he had like Jason Voorhees strength. You know the. But I won't say it on air. But
Well, was his name Blaster by any chance?
no. But like the kid, he like we used to see
Okay,
him
so he was the real life character from Of Mice and Men. Okay.
pretty much, but he was small though. He was like Walton size. So, but like he used to like come home.
He was a small version of Lenny. Okay.
Yeah, because he used to have like his arms were filled with like the grocery bags for his mom. He used to go to the store with her, and he'd carry everything. And it's like, how is that little shit carrying all this stuff? Like it was comical, and he's like with like a big grin on his face, like no strain on his face whatsoever, and you could tell it's like there's like heavy shit in those bags. And the kid was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. Hey guys, but he had because we're like they had like the house like that they lived in, how it was set up. Like you could see the chain link fence, and then it was like attached to the sidewalk, like that, so you could see. When they had like the basement doors, that like they're on an angle, like those double doors that kind of swing open, and he had the Batman superpowers figure on the floor. We couldn't find them anywhere. It was me, one of my other brothers, and my cousin. We're like, "Holy shit, this kid has it!" And it's on the floor like that. And they had, oh dude, and it's like we were getting sticks trying to go through the chain link fence to see if we could get them. Because the family was like loaded, and you could tell he didn't give a shit about any of the stuff he had. Like he didn't take care of anything. So we almost got the figure, and the garage doors like they swing open, like those metal ones, and it's him and they had a Doberman Pinscher comes running up the stairs, and the first thing he did was grab the Batman figure and start chewing on it. I'm like, oh no! It was a sin.
We managed to find Batman. We found a couple, but the one that we found the most of was actually the Superman figure. Like we had probably like 4 Supermans. I had actually taken one of them, and this was right around the time of the death of Superman, and I repainted it and turned it into the Eradicator. Is that right?
Yes.
The Eradicator? Yeah. I repainted and turned him into the Eradicator. It looks pretty cool. It's actually another one. It's sitting in the back. I found it.
Jon Stewart was actually part of the proposed canceled line too.
Oh wow, and that sucks. Yeah, I had Captain Marvel.
You had that. You had that thing is worth so much fucking money these days.
Wow, he was in horrible condition. I got it off of a trade from another kid. No
The
cape.
third line is the most expensive line because that was the least amount of figures made, and they had the one figure that I could have got it for 70 fucking bucks back in like the 90s.
Oh wow.
70 bucks. Cyborg. That thing is so hard to fucking find, especially complete. And you find it complete and you're fucking paying out the ass for it.
Wow. I don't doubt it. But as a kid, I had them. But yeah, Captain Marvel. Again, he was like impossible to find. It traded some other kid something for it. But like the hands, the paint job was all ripped up, so you could see the red underneath
Uh-huh.
from the actual plastic. No cape, but everything else about him was pretty decent shape. And Dr. Fate. But again,
Yeah, I have Dr. Fate. I
yeah, but
have
he had a
I'd
problem too.
say I'd say what I the because I got more. I ended up getting more of them the older I got than I had as a kid.
Oh, okay.
I'd say I have half the collection, and I only have one figure from the third line. The third line is pretty pricey.
Wow.
Like characters like Mr. Miracle and Captain Marvel are fucking pricey,
Oh
especially if
no
you want
shit.
the complete thing. You know, the original cape. The
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle comes with the shackles. Some people reproduce the fucking items, and they gotta let you know if it's a reproduction item. So,
Right. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, memes?
what's up, memes?
What are you doing?
Yeah, some of those guys are doing pretty good reproductions of some of that stuff, though. Some of them actually they take the time and they fix the problems that were with the original accessories too.
Yep.
Are these
Um,
new figures the same scale?
They
As,
are the same scale, but there's something off. You know, coming from McFarlane, it doesn't surprise me that there's something off. Like the Superman one, the face. There's something about the face that looks squished, and the same thing with Batman. It's like it looked like they took Batman's lower jaw and they shoved it up into his cowl. I'm serious. Like his face looks squat. Like I'm looking at it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was going to get it. And I was like, God, this face just looks off. Like I don't get it. Like the Flash looks good. The damn it, the Green Lantern. The John Stewart one looks good. Dark Side looks good. Superman and Batman, both of their faces look squat.
yeah, the old Dark Side figure. I fucking love that figure.
Yeah. This was more. It's more of a modern design, like the Jim Lee design or something.
It still doesn't look bad. Like when I seen it, I recognized it right away for what it was.
Well,
And I
they
snagged it.
also I saw what they did when because I did see a few years ago they did the bigger version of superpowers. You know, but I guess they didn't also have the superpowers like these new ones.
Yeah.
But Calabac is totally different looking. Calabac, they for some reason they redid all the old figures, but they have gray Calabac instead of white skin Calabac.
Okay. That's
No,
weird.
you can't have all that whiteness in there. And they did the same thing. Well, they did the same thing of Lobo. Vinnie and I were talking about that. The initial concept of seeing the Lobo looked great, but when you see the goddamn thing, like good pictures
paint
of it,
job
he's all
was-
great. He's all grayed out.
Mm-hmm. He was all grayed out, and his face was completely white. Like they actually took like white out instead of white paint, and none of it made sense. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but yeah.
You know what?
Here's a
That
superpower.
Batman looks different than the one I seen in the store. The paint color was different on the outfit, like it was shiny or something on the one I
Really?
just seen. Yeah, the paint
'cause-
applications were different, but you can see what I mean about like the face looks squat. Like
Yeah, his eyes looks like he's got like frog eyes.
Yeah, I don't know
This
what the
mirror
hell.
is he's got like alien, like really separated eyes. Like,
Yeah, a little bit, and the his ears are like pointed east and west almost. They're not straight, which is weird. But yeah, I don't know. That could have been better. That's for sure. And I think all the capes are not on. It's like you could see it there, but you got to open them up, and then I guess you could pop it on. It's weird how they did it. And there's the Superman. Which again, I came close to get them, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into another line of stuff because it's just retro shit. And if I got them, I'd keep them on card, and I don't have room for shit.
I don't know. I might have to go back to that Walmart again. Well, I'm going to have to anyway because ETEP is looking for that Green Lantern. I want to help him out with it. But
Right.
I might go back and maybe I'll pick up that Batman one then. I don't know. Unfortunately, if I pick up Batman, I'm going to have to pick up Superman. I know how I am. I'm going to have to get both. Yeah. I might even buy the Batman Who Laughs. I don't know. I might get ridiculous. I might wind up walking out with a whole cart full of figures. Originally, I wanted to go to that Walmart because I seen Nick, 32 Flavors of Nick Wise had just picked up all the Turtles recently. And I was like, what?
Which turtle?
The retro re-releases.
Oh, no shit.
No, I'd seen the one thing about it. He'd picked them all up, and I was like, what? Get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't know that they released those.
I do need to get Help Godzillionaire, and you know what? For that, you get the drive-by comment of the night.
What car is that coming up? Creep. Drive-by!
I do need help. I can't help it, man. Once I start collecting these things, I can't stop. I had to stop myself when I started looking at the Predators. Oh, ooh, look at this one. And ooh, look at that one. I wound up getting number 5 in the series for Predator 2, the 30th. No, is that 30th or 40th?
30th, I think, is on the box.
30th? Yeah, 30th anniversary. So I picked up number 5, which is the one you got, which is the damaged Predator.
Yeah.
Battle damaged version. Yeah, he's number 5. So I need number 4. I have 1 through 3, and then I have 5. So I need 4, and then I need to complete the rest.
Wow.
I need them all.
Were you able to find the Elder one or no?
I haven't found any of the other ones yet. Like this one that I seen, this battle damage one at that Walmart, it was at Walmart. It was the first time I've seen one of the Predator 2s again in like months.
Yeah,
but I did see at this other Target they had 3 of the 100th figures. I was like, wow, really? Because all the other Targets I've only found 1, and this one had 3 of them sitting on the shelf. I was like, no way, really? I did see a Creep Show figure too. And as soon as I seen the box, it was Creep Show. I picked that thing up and it looked like trash. Like NECA really dropped the ball on that one. It looks like garbage. Oh, another thing I will say NECA did is they put out an accessory pack for Gremlins. It comes with 2 mini gizmos. It comes with that little Barbie car he was driving and an extra head for one of the Gremlins where he's masked up like the Bandit, and a bunch of other like sweater accessories and everything you could put on the Gremlin figures. Like they got a whole accessory pack now. I was dying when I seen that. But at the same token, I wasn't spending $30, $40 some odd dollars just to buy an accessory pack.
Yo. Yeah. No, that's crazy. The amount of money they're asking for is just it's too stupid.
Yeah, I hear you, Godzillionaire. It starts taking up a lot of room. A lot of room.
A lot of this shit does for sure. Yeah, like I said, I canceled a bunch of stuff. There's just things I'm not pulling the trigger on anymore. But hey, they're robbing us blind, 1, and then 2, it's like too much cool shit's coming out all at once, and it's like, okay, like,
and they're making you come back for more. They're making you come back for more, like a bunch of crack dealers.
Yeah, basically, it's I gotta get my fix.
Hey man, you got that new Transformer?
Yeah, man.
Oh. I need it, man. Oh, it hurts.
It's true.
It hurts.
I was like that with the Gargoyles figures from NECA, but I know like Hudson, a friend of mine told me where I could get him. He saw him in one of these stores in a comic shop, and I'm like, the price is too much on these things. But if I do pull the trigger, that's it. I think I need to stop right there.
Yeah, I know. I Vinnie had called me. He said, if you see it, oh wait a minute, he's scratching. You see, Hudson, man, pick it up for me, all right? No, like, hey man, I got you. Don't worry about it. You'll be all right, man. You'll be all right. And yeah, I'm not creative. Shit happens.
Yeah,
ain't no going back. He be from the other side, Babylon.
Right. Like, I don't. That's another reason why I haven't gone out to the stores again, because I'm like, I did enough damage to myself recently. Well, like I said, my pre-orders came in. I was like, oh my god, I put money down on a couple things, and it's like, shit. They're all coming in now. Thanks. And I'm still waiting for one that's fucking lost in Europe, right? Well, it's not lost. I know where it is, but it has to clear their customs before they can redirect it to me because they fucked up at DHL. I'm like, thanks, guys. Thanks.
You know, I tell you what, it gets harder and harder to step away. Oh, another thing that I did manage to pick up tonight, I finally found it. And at that point, I had already had about 3 figures in my hand. And I seen this and I was like, oh, son of a bitch. So, well, I got to grab it. I can't leave it now. I finally found the glow-in-the-dark Frankenstein.
Oh, you did?
Finally.
Damn. You look good?
Yeah, it looks great.
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
The new one. The new ones they were doing. They look fantastic, man. And they're coming out. They're coming out with a creature from the Black Lagoon. I got to have that too.
I know.
I hope they do that in a glow-in-the-dark.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will. Yeah, it'll probably be for Halloween next year. They'll probably do that.
That'd be sweet. I'm assuming they'll probably release Dracula, in the glow-in-the-dark.
Dracula, yeah. Shit. Thank you for reminding me. Great. That's another one. Oh God. Yo, man, I need that Dracula Bela Lugosi, man. I got that itch.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to come out in the beginning of this month, actually, and I have not been to the store, so I haven't checked. I'm not gonna do any more online because it's too dangerous. Because it's like, oh, one button, boom. It's like I'm living in the street now.
Hey Tommy, you want to see a custom figure? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is a Kenner Super Power custom figure, like of the OG Green Lantern figure.
Oh yeah. Where's that?
All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, E-Hacker? John, I hope you're doing well.
What up? Oh shit, that is pretty cool. He's got a motorcycle helmet on or something?
Nah. Nah, that's his face.
Okay. I gotta blow this up. I can't see it. Oh, okay, I see it now. Oh shit. Dude, the whole figure is like translucent.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That is awesome. Holy hell, man. These guys are just using their what do you call it? 3D printers and shit and just popping these out themselves. I've seen a lot of guys doing that.
Like all he needs is a lantern. I'd be like, yeah, I'd buy this.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
You like that one, Tommy?
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. You know what he needs? Drill a hole in the back and put like one of those little mini battery operated LEDs in it.
Oh yeah, man. There you go. Now you're talking.
That would make that thing pop because that light.
Oh, you mean like the Toy Biz, like the X-Men figures, like
right?
The Cyclops, where his eyes light up.
Yeah, just something that would be dope as hell. Oh shit. Well, it looks like we have another drive-by comment tonight.
What car is that coming up? Creepy.
Drive-by!
Frankie says, Count Cracula, because that's what it's like picking up all these figures. Vinnie is going to turn into Count Cracula. I'm right there with him. And yeah, Godzilla, yeah, those pre-orders hit hard when they all show up at once. They absolutely do. Especially if there's some of the ones that are like $100.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. But like I said, man, I canceled a bunch of shit. So I got a handful of things that were still supposed to be coming. But the other ones are kind of spaced out. But yeah, sorry, it's gotta cut back in the crack.
Gotta
be fentanyl, baby.
Back in crack. I hit the stack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I went on my my shorts. I'll show you the superstars, the WWE ones. These are the guys. So there you have them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those look pretty. Those look exactly like those AWA figures, actually.
Oh, they did them too. That's like the He-Man bodies.
Well, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, back in the day,
they had 'em.
Remco did AWA figures back in the day,
Okay.
and one of them was actually, even though Ric Flair wasn't in the AWA, for some reason they made a figure of him.
Well, I thought he was at one point, like way back when.
Well, it's because the NWA champion would wrestle everywhere. The NWA champion would wrestle in a bunch of different companies, so I guess that's why they did it.
Nice.
Yeah, the only difference between these and the original He-Man figures that these are more like the origin figures, where they got a lot more articulation, like they got the wrist, the elbow joints, the knee joints, and everything.
And they don't have the He-Man gimmicks that the other ones had, like how the new day was Manny Faces.
Well, you know what though? You know, I did see the origin. I wanted to speak about that origin lines real quick. You know, they're not dead. I thought that they were dying out, especially with that garbage 3-pack that they released exclusively for Target with Big Man, Son, whatever, and whatever fake samurai guy, whatever. I did see that they're going to do King Cobra. They're going to do Hiss. Was it? No, Cobra Khan. What is it? Cobra Khan? Cobra Khan, King Hiss, or something like that.
Okay.
And
King Snake, was it King Snake, the one that popped, the one that.
Yeah, the one that pops apart. He pops apart,
King
and he's
Snake
the
or
snake.
King Cobra or something.
It's King Hiss, I thought. I thought it was King Hiss. And then the other one's like Cobra Khan. They're also doing a snake armor He-Man and one other snake one, because it's supposed to be a part of their Snake Men lineup. So the origin line is not done. They are coming back, and they're coming back with some good figures at least.
Nice. Dude, this one made me laugh in the store, because I honestly, from this angle, I thought he came with a hair dryer. I was like, oh no, that's his microphone.
Also, Ric Flair's never been that diesel in his life.
No, he's never been that diesel. No way. So he was a thick boy back in the day.
Like
the
old, yeah.
Yeah.
Before he was Nature Boy.
Yeah. But yeah,
Nature Boy is also stolen. He stole the whole Nature Boy gimmick from Buddy Rogers.
Yep.
Well, didn't they have a match for that too?
I think they did, yeah.
They might have.
Buddy Rogers, I think, was broken down, so they didn't really continue with that too much.
Yeah. Which is funny. These were great.
So that was a Scott Steiner promo. Tommy, if you remember when Scott Steiner cut the promo on Ric Flair.
Have you seen these? The Garbage Pail Kids?
I've seen T-shirts of those, but not the actual figures.
Yeah, these are hilarious. These were at Walmart. Look how big they did Andre. Like, his foot is in the ring.
I like his doofy face.
Yeah. That shit's hilarious. That's a great design. The Garbage Pail stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
Feel like handicapped kids.
Well, I remember the first ones that I seen when they started doing those again. One they did for Stranger Things.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. I never saw them though. But yeah, I never saw the Stone Cold either. I just seen Randy Savage and Andre.
What'd you think of those? The ones that I showed you the pictures of, Tommy, with the older school guys, like the Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody ones.
They were pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I always liked Stan Hansen anyway. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he was just a dirty son of a bitch. Him and his jujus. That guy used to crack me up.
He's kind of who Bradshaw ripped off.
Yeah. I can't stand Bradshaw.
Yeah, I brought some.
Never liked that guy.
Yeah,
those are good. What company was doing these? Because I seen them too recently. I forgot where I saw them.
Power Town. I don't know what the company is, or if that's the name of the figure line.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, look, he comes with the cowbell too. You see it, Tommy?
Yeah. It's got. It looks like it's got the rope on it too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Oh, look,
Is
he's
there-
got
do, do,
the hand throwing up the horns
do you remember what I said? It should have came with.
with the dip. He should have
It
came
should
with,
have came with the dip
or,
cup.
yeah, or like a changeable head where he has
A
it hanging
changeable
out
head
of
with
his
the dip.
mouth.
Oh yeah,
on
dude.
his chin.
But this Bruiser Brody one is awesome. I love this one.
Oh yeah, it is. That is fantastic.
It's got the scars on his head.
Oh, I know, man. That guy mangled his own headless.
Yeah.
Oh, him and that other guy, that freaking Abdullah the Butcher.
Abdullah the
Oh,
Butcher.
Yeah. What a nut job.
Mr. Hep C. Mr. I'll give you Hep C in the ring.
Holy shit. Psychos.
But they
Yeah,
went look,
Bruiser
Magnum
Brody.
TA. Remember Magnum TA?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember this dude.
I remember him.
He would have been a huge star if he didn't get into a car accident and get injured for life.
And Bruiser Brody, they murdered him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it one of the
Yeah,
Mexican
he got
wrestlers?
stabbed in the locker room. in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. That's some tragic shit right there.
I mean, was he that much of an asshole backstage that you had to murder him?
I thought something else happened.
Well, there was something that happened because he was wrestling down in like Mexico or something like that. And,
Puerto Rico. They were.
you're right. You're right. It was Puerto Rico,
Carlos Colon's territory.
and there was a
whole
big
lot-
argument backstage.
Yeah, I think something else happened, like on the beach, like the night prior, and he broke up someone about to get raped. That's what I think happened, and the wrestler got pissed off for some shit. And
Well, I know Tony Atlas was talking about it because
Tony Atlas
he was there
carried
for
him.
most of it.
Tony Atlas had to carry him out of the arena because the paramedics were taking too long to show up and take him out.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing was just super tragic and messed up.
But he got called into the locker room by another wrestler, the Invader. There were these two masked guys, the Invaders. And the Invader fucking... People swear that he had a knife wrapped up in a towel ready to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was a big scandal that was all behind it and all that shit. And yeah, like you said, the promoter... Someone paid off the doctors as well. Like they wanted him to go. It's the whole thing's messed up. I think it's on the Dark Side of the Ring or something.
Yeah, there was a Dark. It was the first season of Dark Side.
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
Yeah,
But
I forget.
Tony-
I was rewatching that just recently. I want to say once again going back to that. I think it was on Tubi.
Okay.
Tony Atlas is also a fucking notorious crackhead. Who likes women walking on his face. He's got problems, that guy.
Yeah, he's crazy. I saw him in that what is it when they did the Superstars house? Roddy Piper.
Everybody hated him. Nobody nobody there liked him. I noticed that.
Yeah, it was nuts. And they said he was like bipolar or something. He'd be one of the nicest guys and then be a complete nut job causing problems and drama. Weird.
Except Jimmy Hart seemed to like everybody there because Jimmy Hart seems to be a sweetheart. He don't seem to have problems with anybody. It seems.
Yeah.
Nobody says a bad thing about Jimmy Hart. I've noticed.
No, that's not true. Mean Gene, it said some shit about Jimmy Hart. He's
really?
He's getting on my Mean Gene was like, he's getting on my goddamn nerves.
I think they did. I think they did it for this show. I think
Yeah, was it in character or was it behind the scenes?
Well, it was during the filming of the show, so it probably was staged like everything else with those so-called reality shows, but it was still hysterical. Like Piper trying to figure out a blender. Like that was just hysterical.
Yeah.
But there were Mean Gene. There's like videos of Mean Gene outtakes on YouTube, and there's oh my god, this one with Kamala. He gets Kamala to sing. It's Oh man, the magnificent Morocco is eating donuts and talking to him, spitting donuts all over him.
Yeah, man, those guys are hilarious.
The cowbell's everywhere. Yeah, guys. Yeah, remember, I'm not creative. Put your link to your channel, man. I mean, you know, everybody here that usually shows up on my panel usually has the link in the description. Usually, but I know Collectable Past. I usually keep the link short because I don't know who's going to show up. And for the longest time, it was just Vinny and I. So, yeah, just remember if you can, make sure to keep dropping Slasher's link in the chat as well.
Oh, it's
But
fine.
I know
you don't have to do that. I could do my own stuff. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I appreciate it.
You got a wrench there. You can hammer away.
I appreciate it. I appreciate. Well, you know, if anyone wants to find me, they can find me.
I think we're gonna.
I'm not gonna.
I was gonna say I think we're gonna start winding it down now. We've been going for almost 2 hours, and
Wow.
I have a few other things to take care of. I had to run around to. I was telling Vinny earlier. One of the reasons I didn't set this up until the last minute is I had to run around looking for guinea pig food because nobody seems to want to deliver here. Yeah. Thanks to the people in charge for that shit. But I did find the guinea pigs food, thankfully. So,
oh, good.
The little fuzzy bastard should be happy.
You need to stop having your household items delivered by the Pony Express because that shit's not going to fucking help you.
I'm telling you, God, you know what? I don't understand this shit. I've ordered new cages for these guys about 3 different times, and somehow the orders they get delayed and then get canceled over and over and over again. So
like,
we just
like,
placed.
Do you live in like Murder Town? Is there like fucking crazy wielding hillbillies?
We do live in a little bit more of a rural area, but it's a decent area. It's quiet for the most part. So
yeah,
we never had problems getting. Well, we never had problems getting stuff getting delivered here until the past year and a half. That's when the problems for delivery started.
Yep.
Biden's America.
Right. Well, didn't they say by the end of this week or something, like diesel's gone?
Just about, yeah. Well, there was apparently a warning. I was reading, there was a warning from one of those Arab big oil distributor guys. Yep. And he says, if you aren't prepared for it, you better get ready now because you're running out of time.
Wow.
And he said he's saying that once the diesel and everything goes, there's going to be a lot more than just diesel that's going. And he said, expect prices to skyrocket.
Mm-hmm. They're going to skyrocket, and there's going to be a lot of things. There are going to be super shortages.
Thank you, I'm Not Creative. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out I'm Not Creative and check out Slasher. Both are links in the chat. Thanks to I'm Not Creative 22. Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
And there's a link to Vinny's channel as well. So
thank you very much.
So yeah, I think we're going to start winding it down. So we're going to have to get out the good stuff here. We're going to have to get out the good stuff. So as we wind it down, I want to thank everybody who's been in the chat. You all are amazing. Thank you for sharing the links. I know this was kind of last minute, but we are planning on going back to the regular format where we're doing this every Thursday. We'll let you know for sure next week ahead of time what time we're going to pick permanently for the slot, since things have changed a little bit with moving around for other people that are doing shows, since one of our compadres is not really doing a show anymore. So we'll see how things go going forward, and we'll be sure to give you a proper time that we're going to nail down for it. But right now we're going to start to get ready to say our goodbye. So
you know me, but I don't remember smelling you before. Who are you and where do you come from?
Howdy. Yeah, I'm on Twitter and YouTube. Saturday, Tommy, you're gonna be there, right?
yes, sir.
And what are we doing Saturday, Tommy? What are we talking about, Tommy?
We're talking about Sleepaway Camp.
Fuck yeah.
Best ending in any B-rated movie.
Yep. And you know I love my B-rated movies.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, that's me.
Awesome,
Thanks
guys.
for,
Make sure you
thanks for,
subscribe.
thanks for
Oh no,
having me here,
always a
Tom.
pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. I'm glad when you get a chance to jump on. But Slasher does it every Saturday. Usually his co-host Darius Munchausen is there as well. I'm trying to get there as often as I can, especially now that he's got it on a Saturday. It makes it a little bit easier for me, so I'm not doing 10 streams in one day. But yeah, man, we're over there having a lot of fun talking about some of these movies, these older movies, these B-rated movies, lesser known stuff. And then every once in a while, we go into a little bit of wrestling talk too, talking about like what we had the worst gimmicks.
Boring wrestlers, worst gimmicks. I do pretty much two things. I review crappy movies, or what would be considered crappy movies, or wrestling talks.
Yeah, so guys, if you're not
I'd like to get
subscribed,
I'd like to get back into the video game and comic book talk that I used to get into. So, or maybe I'll do it. Or maybe I should do some toy reviews. So,
hey,
I
why
don't know.
not? Why not?
I don't know. It's all out there in the universe. So.
Hey man, anything that you want to do that you're having fun with is the right thing to do. That's what I say. As long as you're having fun, who cares?
There's no reason to be here if you're not going to have fun with it, right?
Exactly. And I think there's too many people that get big, giant, ego-filled heads, and they forget that part. But no, I appreciate you jumping on, man. It's always one of those things. I never give you enough warning, and I'm so sorry about that.
No problem. No problem.
I mean, I didn't know what was going on. Oh, CJH popped in at the last minute. What's up? Elon buying Twitter just to delete it is hilarious. Well, if he does, he does. I'm not going to worry about it. I got other places to go.
Wait, he literally said he wants to delete Twitter?
I think he's just talking about he wants to delete his own Twitter because he's talking about getting somebody else to be the CEO now because he doesn't want to do it.
Oh, wow. So he just did it to try to save people during this midterm shit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's meeting enough resistance by the mainstream that it's making him difficult to keep doing what he's doing. But
yeah,
all right. But here we go.
Scan for identification.
Yeah, Vinnie Art here. Yeah, go check out my channel. Tomorrow we'll be doing a stream around 5 p.m. And then Sunday is the bigger stream. So yeah, if you guys want to come hang out, we talk about all sorts of crazy cool shit, movie things, games, toys, whatever. It's and again, we're the people who are we're trying to be as genuine as possible. We're not like the shills that be like, we hate Disney, and then give all their money to Disney. Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, we speak the truth, and we have a good time. We have some fun with all that stuff. I also have 3 active projects right now, or campaigns. You could, if you want some cool comic books, Through the Woods hardcover, you can get it immediately. Awesome ghost story, ships right away. We got City of Venus, ships right away. If you love hot chicks, post-apocalyptic world, all sorts of cool stuff. I am working on the sequel as we speak. And we got Shadow of the Kraken. It's the newest one. An awesome pirate story that everybody seems to love and enjoy. So if you want to support my books, please do. They're all out there. My links can be found on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere. Or just type my name into Indiegogo. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Awesome. It's always a blast.
Always a pleasure, Vinny. And guys, the links for all his books should be down in the description below. If you haven't checked them out already, check them out. If you're interested, but you don't have the money to buy, at least share them back out there. Keep it going so Vinny can get a little bit more attention. So when he delivers his next book and drops the next book, it should get a lot more attention than the last ones did because they were criminally underfunded.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because again, I'm consistent all around. I had 6 back-to-back campaigns. And in that time, again, I fulfilled everything beautifully. There are people who are waiting 6 years for one book and they still haven't gotten it. But yeah, my stuff, it gets out the door. It's professional, highest quality. Just like my avatar there, you could see the quality of my work. It's through the roof. So yeah, if you want excellent stuff, you can get it.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure talking about some of the fun stuff that we enjoy, taking a few slugs at the things that we can't stand, and holding out hope that things are going to get better because you know what? It can't rain all the time. And I had to go back to that crow thing since that's
Yeah,
one of the things we started off with.
Right.
I peppered a few of the crow quotes in here and there.
Love it.
But, hey, we're having fun. We're having a blast.
That's
And
it, man. Tommy's always firing it up. Firing it up.
I want you boys to come back on this panel next time. Look me in my guinea pig eye and tell me, are we having fun or what? But guys, thank you so much for being here. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. Don't be like those pricks that are trying to hold you down. Remember to always have fun, and we will catch you next time. Later, y'all.
Fire it up! Fire it up! Fire it
You
up!
better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios.